If there was a Guinness World Record book for dating, Alexis would probably be in it for fastest to ask to see a W-2 form.
I have no shame in that. I'll take the record.
I'm glad you're getting proof, girl.
Yeah.
Jose would hold the record for longest time spent talking about himself.
That's true.
Can't
Don't get me
argue that.
started.
And Brooke holds the mark for most cousin ears nibbled in one night.
Jeffrey!
Oh,
It took effort.
You had a competition?
her whole family is the competition.
But one of our listeners would definitely be in there holding the record for quickest time to ruin a date.
Oh,
Because
really?
he pulled it off in under 60 seconds.
Whoa.
Wow.
And it all started when he invited her up into his apartment at the very start of the
Oh,
night.
that's tough.
You're going to hear what happened in your brand new second date update next. Something my dad always used to say to me growing up was, you can Control-Alt-Delete a computer virus from an adult Chinese website.
What?
Whoa.
But you can't Control-Alt-Delete a bad first impression from an adult date.
That is...
It's wise. I know, Brooke. Very wise stuff from
I'm
my
gonna
father.
say not a super quotable man, your dad,
Well,
but
yeah.
okay, you remembered it.
You say that, but those words were ringing in my ear when I read an email from one of our listeners, Kyle, who says he screwed up in the first minute of his date,
What?
but thinks it went a lot better after that.
How do you screw up in the first minute?
We're going to
Yeah.
find out. Kyle, welcome to the show.
Good morning. How's it going, guys?
What up,
Good.
man?
doing okay?
Good.
Hey,
Well-
you haven't messed this up yet, so congrats.
Only
we're
30
not.
seconds.
Yeah, we're not through the full minute
Oh,
yet,
yeah,
so
you're
let's
right.
reserve judgment. And we'll get to your screw up here in just a second. But first, tell us about the person that you went out with. What's their name?
Her name is Rebecca, and we actually met off of a dating app.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great.
Nice.
What did you like about Rebecca?
Honestly, I mean, she's beautiful, and we really just kind of had a very natural vibe right off the beginning, and it was easy, you know. And a lot of the times, it's not easy, and that's usually when it's like, why am I trying?
Everybody
Yeah.
loves
So
easy
hard.
women. That's great.
Hey,
So,
Oh, yeah, we
you know
love
what?
them, dude.
That's what
Okay.
I like to hear, Jeffrey. That's what I like to hear.
yeah, too easy almost. So what did you and
Yeah.
Rebecca do for a date?
We got to get to the minute of screw up, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that where we're at now?
How does that happen in the first minute?
So the day of our date, my car actually had to be taken to the shop last minute. So Rebecca had offered to pick me up. So she got there. I invited her in. I introduced her to my roommate.
Okay.
And I should have probably left it at that, but I was 100% honest with her from the beginning and told her that my roommate and I used to date and that we had broke up 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks?
Whoa. Fresh breakup.
2 weeks ago. I thought you were going to say like you were high school
Years,
sweethearts or
yeah.
something.
And
You know?
you're introducing them?
2
I'd be like
weeks?
moved
What?
out by then.
I'm having a panic attack for you.
I don't know what I don't know what I was thinking in the moment. I really felt like if I'm just kind of honest. Also, this had been a breakup that was like a long time coming. So
Okay.
Wait,
Mentally
Well,
broken up.
can I ask though, were you still in a 1-bedroom apartment? Or are you sleeping in different rooms?
yeah, at this point, like we were pretty much sleeping in different rooms. So
Pretty
Pretty
much.
much. Wait a minute.
But I think it's a good thing.
To be that honest?
Well, no, you're showing Rebecca, like, look what I was working with last time. See, now you have.
I don't think any woman wants to see
That's not
that.
it.
No.
Yeah.
It's a good. It's like now look, I
By
moved on to something
comparison.
better.
Be honest, you were just doing this to make your ex jealous.
no, actually, I really that was not the case because I'm the one who wanted to end the relationship. So
Some people
Okay.
like to rub in their new relationships in other people's faces, though,
so-
too.
Okay.
Sounds like an honest mistake that could have happened to anybody. So what did you do for your date?
It's so specific.
I don't know. I thought it was funny. Clearly, no one else in the room thought it was funny. So I immediately just said, we're going to be late for the reservation, and we left.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, did Rebecca not ask any other questions like in the car when you guys were driving to the restaurant?
yeah, she was a little funny about it. She was like, oh, wow, I didn't know you were living with your ex, and you never said that. And
It's not being funny. That's a normal reaction.
Yeah, no.
Let's get past the ex/roommate and get to the restaurant. Tell us how that
I
went.
don't think I can get past it.
yeah, so we're driving to the restaurant, and it's in an area I'm usually never in, and like I see a Best Buy. So in the moment, I was just like, oh, can we stop here for a few minutes?
What?
Wait, you
Now you're
need to
happy
pick up another TV?
There's a CD I want to buy in here. Hold on.
Why would you have her run an errand with you?
Well, there's this camera standing there that I wanted to buy for 6 months, and I'm never around this Best Buy.
Okay.
Like a tripod.
We weren't actually running late for the reservation. I just was like trying to get out of the awkwardness of the situation. So
Oh no.
You were
Best Buy,
really cutting it
This is
short.
so bad.
The Geek Squad to the rescue.
My ex says that we need to mount the camera next time, so make sure we pick this up.
it actually ended up being fun. We got to look around. We got a chance to talk about like photography, which is something that we both care about, and telling her why camera stands are all different and the nuances in them. We're looking at
Okay.
Thrilling.
Take a look at some
Right.
refrigerators.
So we went, I can't believe you were able to turn
While
the
she's hungry
conversation.
waiting for a dinner
Yeah.
reservation, I'm sure.
I mean,
she's
at any point, do we end up getting to the restaurant, or does it
So
end
then,
before
yeah.
then?
So then we leave. Like at this point, we both were ready for dinner.
You're hungry. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd spaced out the reservation, and we actually couldn't get in when we get there. So I'm just like, what the hell is going on?
Oh,
Wait,
what
what?
happened?
What?
Wait, what happened with the reservation?
So I guess when I booked the reservation, I had, booked it for a different time. They
What?
Oh my
I thought you said you
Oh,
only screwed up the first minute
I
of
I
the day.
know.
You
Say
were-
that.
We're an hour in, and it's all
bad.
Gonna use a nicer
Someone has
word,
to say
Alexis.
it.
I disagree, Kyle. I think you're hitting it out of the park with this. All right, keep going.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Yeah.
Obviously it was all going downhill at that point.
Yeah.
We went with the flow. We made the best of it. We ended up hanging out at this place next door. We drank a decent amount because we both were just probably trying to get drunk at this point.
Yeah.
And I can drink a lot. Anyways, she ended up driving me home after dinner. No kiss.
Yeah.
But I really do want to make up for the first impression. I feel like I really screwed it up, and that's why I'm trying to get another shot at it.
Can we tell her, like, when we talk to her, do you have plans to move out with the apartment with your ex?
Of course. Our lease is ending in 2 more months. And then,
Oh,
Okay.
2 months.
Still a long time.
I get it. That's hard.
Yeah, I mean, good for her for sticking out the entire date. She could have just barreled out of her car while she was driving home.
I was going to say leave him at Best Buy, Jeffrey.
Yeah,
but-
she could have kicked you out, but she didn't. So maybe there's hope here. We're going to call Rebecca and try and get you your second date update
Thanks.
right after this. If you're just joining us for the second date update, really hard to find any red flags on Kyle's first night out with Rebecca.
Yeah, I don't see any.
Let's just recap his story really
Okay.
quick. He
Yeah.
introduced her to his roommate, a.k.a. ex-girlfriend, who he still lives with.
That he broke up with 2 weeks ago.
Little sticky situation.
And little details.
Yeah.
And then on the way to the restaurant, they stopped at a Best Buy to pick up a camera stand that
Yeah.
he really, really needed. They ended up missing their dinner reservation. So to make up for it, hit up a bar where he drank heavily and totally redeemed himself.
Yeah.
She had to drive him home.
Yeah.
So-
It's such a cute look.
If
Yeah.
anything, maybe there were a couple hiccups. But Kyle, the good news here is Brooke has dated much, much worse.
We can always rely on that.
Including a dude in Mexico who actually tried to harvest her kidney after they hooked up. So I'm giving you a
That was kinda-
50-50 shot here.
That was kind of sweet.
Of all the kidneys, you chose mine?
Oh, man.
Love.
I mean, we didn't ask you. Have you reached out and apologized to her for what a train wreck your guys' first date was?
I actually didn't think it was a train wreck. I basically reached out and was just like trying to focus on the positive and all the good things that came out of it. at the
That's
end.
good.
I
Yeah.
like that attitude.
Okay.
And Brooke is always trying to get men to apologize for everything
matter
that they
what.
do.
Well, it doesn't sound like she responded to him.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's
If it
rude of her.
worked.
Maybe she should apologize for not responding.
Okay, I wouldn't
Yeah.
lead with that, Jeffrey, when we call her right now.
I'm going to ask for an apology as soon as she picks up the phone. Let's
throw
do
it out
this.
there.
Oh, no.
What a rude woman. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, is this Rebecca?
Yes, who's this?
Hey, Rebecca. My name is Jeff from a radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hey.
Have you ever heard of us before?
That's okay.
I think my mom listens to you.
Aw, thanks for lying. We appreciate that. It spurs our feelings.
Your mom sounds like a good person
Yeah,
because
tell her we
Take it.
said hi.
we do something on the show called a second date update, and we'd like you to be a part of one right now.
What's that?
It's basically where listeners ask us to reach out to a person they went on a date with recently to try and figure out why a second date hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you went out with a guy named Kyle the other night who's a little curious what's going on.
Okay.
Oh, you're laughing. Is that a good laugh or like Kyle should know laugh?
Did he talk to you already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We heard a little bit from Kyle.
Yeah, just a quick summary.
Sounds like
Nothing too bad, though.
I don't
Not in
know.
our opinion. Was anything bad in yours?
Deal
in
breaker.
Jeffrey's opinion, Alexis and I saw a couple red flags when he was describing the date.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to hear your side of the story of the first 30 minutes.
Yeah. Just give us the start from your eyes.
Okay. So, I went to pick him up, and, as a normal person, you text, you're like, I'm here, and they come out. And he was like, oh, come in. So I was like, okay.
And when you went into his apartment, what'd you think?
The apartment was fine, but, he was like, oh, this is my roommate, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, we used to date, and then I find out they broke up 2 weeks ago.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we found that out, too.
What was going through your head?
What a catch.
I'm so jealous.
I was just never met an ex in the first minute or really at all on a date.
Mm-hmm.
And my second thought was, she's really pretty. Is that what he meant when he had car trouble? He just wants me to meet his ex, because there were other moments where it was he just kind of felt like he was posturing or whatever.
Oh.
So, yeah.
What do you mean? What moments?
It does sound pretty convenient.
Well, I would say this is my own thing with people pleasing or whatever. I was like, okay, I can move on from this. So we get in the car and we're driving, and then he's like, oh, can we go to Best Buy? And I need to get this camera stand or whatever. And I was like, okay, second thing that's super weird, but...
Well, you sound very patient and nice so far, just so you know.
It's again, she said it's her people-pleasing problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. It's probably not for the best. But...
Maybe not in this case.
So did something weird happen at Best Buy? I mean, besides just going there?
So besides just going there, he takes about an hour looking at camera stands and mansplaining to me. And I'm like, I'm not the one buying a camera stand. I don't care.
But if you think about it, that's an hour of free electronic education that he gifted to you.
She just said he was mansplaining her.
Well,
that means she doesn't need
just,
it or want it.
I don't like the energy that I'm getting in this moment. Let's move on to the bar. Tell us about what happened when you and Kyle were over at the bar together.
Oh, so you already know that we didn't even go to the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
we're calling that a little hiccup. Go ahead.
So, there's a bar nearby, so we just walked over to the bar. He's getting drinks. I don't want to drink that much because obviously I'm driving. And he goes, I just want you to know that, I have this blood condition where I can handle a lot of alcohol.
Oh, God.
And I was like, okay. And he takes, 6 shots. And within, 30 minutes, he's face down on the bar.
Oh, my God.
I can't believe you drove him home. I would have left him.
I wish I didn't. You're so right.
Yeah.
But so I'm basically dragging him back to my car,
Oh.
and he's like, "You're so pretty." And he's like,
God.
"Did you know that I'm a Navy SEAL in training?" And I'm like, "What does this have to do
A
with
Navy
anything?"
SEAL in training.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just trying so
Oh,
hard.
my God. That just even feels like a lie.
Hello. I am a Navy SEAL in training. What are you talking about?
Wait, what the heck?
Hey, yeah, Rebecca, Kyle's been on the other line listening this entire time. He was supposed to wait till we called him in, but...
Honestly, I feel like this is something you should tell the people right away.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, you're right. I'm sorry.
know what?
We were just so caught up in the terrible stories that you were sharing.
I didn't get terrible
Oh, my
from
God.
anything that she said.
Get out of here.
Thank you.
Kyle.
On top of all of his other positive qualities, he wants to surprise her,
No.
too.
Kyle, you should be
Look at all
embarrassed
that.
after hearing all
Why?
of that.
I think it was more positive than negative, to be honest. I do. I
Really?
think there were a lot of hiccups at the beginning, but I thought it ended on a good note.
With you sloppy drunk in her car?
Kyle,
She's a
clearly
good
they're not
gal.
understanding this. Why don't you mansplain all the positive things that happened during the day? Go ahead,
I'll
list
take
them
my
off.
headset off.
Yeah.
Well, initially, when we talked about photography and everything, you seemed really into it. So I thought when we were at Best Buy, you seemed pretty engaged. You laughed. I got a couple of laughs and smiles out of you. And we were there for a while. And I thought that was pretty positive.
I mean, what was I supposed to say? I feel like it would have been rude for me to be like, well, this is boring. Let's go.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair, but I didn't see it that way.
Of course.
I mean, clearly you didn't see anything as rude because you were like, here, pick me up. Here, meet my roommate. Here, meet my ex. Here, let's go to Best Buy. Here, let's miss our reservation.
And that's a lot of things that he did for you there. What's something that you did for him,
sounds like
Rebecca?
I mean,
Yeah,
Kyle,
everything for
Jeff's
him.
being sarcastic right now. I mean, that
that is all really selfish stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Were you ever thinking of her?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I told her she was pretty. I was thinking about her.
Are you serious?
That's
This
sweet.
is I think I'm speechless.
Good work, Kyle. You got her speechless
No,
by
it's
that
because
charm.
it's because Kyle's so clueless.
Honestly, I disagree with you guys. Like Jeff said, I gave her like an hour of education on cameras, and
Oh God.
I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, you'd have to pay for that in most places.
I mean, Kyle, who are you training with to be a Navy SEAL?
I'm looking at like YouTube videos, you know.
Wait a minute.
Are you kidding me?
That's how they all
This
learn,
is
right?
beyond.
That's not how they learn.
Oh, it's so
It's
bad.
intense training. You can't just learn how to hold your breath for 2 minutes by
Rebecca.
watching YouTube.
Kyle's going to prove you wrong on that one, Jose.
I hope he
And-
does. I
Just
hope
like he proved me wrong with his blood condition that he could drink 6 shots in a row.
Rebecca, I'm going to ask you a question here, and I really hope that you don't turn down a future Navy SEAL
Oh God.
on a second
Get a
date
grip,
that
Jeff.
we will pay for. And I promise you that on the date, he'll prove that he can hold his breath for 2 minutes in the bathtub while his ex watches. That's
Why do I picture him in a wetsuit too?
yeah, like
They
a
both have stopwatches. Like, all right, let's do
classic
this.
Navy SEAL training with that mounted camera that you helped buy.
Keep
It's
the video
coming
rolling.
full circle.
Keep the YouTube video
What do you
on.
say, Rebecca?
What an opportunity, Rebecca.
Give a hero a chance.
Future hero.
I mean, that is a very enticing offer,
Yeah.
but he's proven everything, and I never want to see him again.
Yeah.
Where's the people
Good-
pleaser?
Good job, Rebecca, finding some boundaries.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, good.
Oh yeah, I'm sweating bullets over here. I'm about to hang up and just hyperventilate.
No, you'll be
It's all
good. You'll be
good.
good. You're a great sport.
I think everybody understands.
And I think
Yeah.
Kyle, like once he does some reflection, will kind of soak in some of this, hopefully.
When he's taking down the next Bin Laden, for sure.
Yeah, just a drunk guy trying to make his way.
I'm calling you guys back just so you know.
All right.
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
Good
happy
luck,
hour's
man.
coming up. Brooke needs somebody to party with. So.
I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Kyle's not my type of guy.